Hey, it's Rick with the Rock Bottom Outreach, and it's Real Talk Tuesday. When I was a kid growing up in Irving, there was a store on, I think, O'Connor, like O'Connor and Pioneer, if you're from there. And there used to be a Taco Inn on that corner. And there was a store called Gibson's, and it was kind of like Walmart. I think a little bit was called Gibson's. Anyway, one year when I was little, they had this little carnival going on. And so my stepdad was in Gibson's, and I said, well, can I go ride something? And so he said, yes. I got there. And if y'all remember the Crazy 8 ride, it was black, and it would spin and it would spin around, and it would go from here up above. So I decided, well, I'm going to ride that. And so I get on the thing, and I'm riding it. And all of a sudden, when it was time to get off, they would come by one, and they'd let you off. Here's the problem. I was so short that the guy didn't see me. I mean, and I was riding it alone, so he didn't see me. And so all of a sudden, he bypasses me, and I go all the way around back to the top. Guess what he does now? The dude leaves. And here I'm a little kid, man, and I'm freaking out. And of course, nobody can see me because I'm too low down in the seat. And yes, I'm a little taller now than I was before everybody starts cracking jokes. But, and I'm screaming like help. And as a kid, man, you're freaking out thinking they're going to shut this place down. And I'm going to have to sleep up here all night long. And so I took my shoes off and I started throwing my shoes. And finally someone looked up and man, it really rattled me, but it really affected me. And so from then on, I really struggled with getting on certain rides. One, the Crazy Legs. I think it's called Crazy Legs. Anyway, and it just, I had a bad experience. And so a lot of times we don't want to talk about the experience. Someone's like, hey man, come on, dude, ride this. I'm like, no, dude, that's boring. And the truth was I was freaked out from my experience. But here's what we forget. It's funny how we real quick to each other to say, man, hey, I want you to go to church with me sometime. But a lot of times somebody else has had a bad church experience, and that's something we don't know about. And so we tell people, hey, you need to find God. I want you to go to church with me. That might bring back some bad memories if you're not careful, because you don't know what that looked like as a kid. For me, it was going to a little country church, and a man gave me a 50-cent piece. That's what I remember. But because there's a lot of denominations, and you got to remember back in the day, and it still goes on, man, it was hell, fire, and brimstone. Turn or burn, baby. You're going to hell. You're a sinner. I mean, and just like lit into people, and there was snake handling and talking in tongues. And it really will freak certain people out if that's not your thing. And so we need to be sensitive to that a lot of times when we're talking about, I want you to go to church with me, because not always they're going to tell you about that experience. My recommendation is this. Did you grow up in a church? What church did you go to growing up? And you might get a little more information that you need to walk lightly to say, hey, dude, man, I apologize. My church is not like that, but I'd like you to try it. But if you're not comfortable, that's okay. And then here comes part 2. That is why it's important that you love on that person, your Jesus to that person, because due to that bad experience, they may never, ever set foot in a church ever again. You're going to have to be that church. We're going to have to be that church. Hey, I want to leave you with this. Please don't ask me to ride the Crazy Spider Leg ride at the Gibsons, because it will bring back really, really bad memories. Hey, it's Rick with Rock Bottom Outreach. Been Real Talk Tuesday. Bam, baby. Have a good day.